Hello, Tom. My name is Claudia Arango. I'm from El Colombiano newspaper from Medellín, Colombia.
Wow. Hi, Claudia.
I'm so
Buenos
happy.
dias. I was going to say buenas tardes. I'm not quite sure what time it is there. Buenas tardes?
Buenas tardes is correct.
Okay.
You're speaking very great and in the series too. And I'm so happy that we can finally show the people of Medellin what you were doing here years ago. When I watched
Yes.
the trailer, I was amazing to see you running through the streets of Medellin. To
Yeah.
begin with, I would like to ask you about your experience working in our city in Colombia and if it met your expectations.
Exceeded them. It exceeded my expectations completely. I have to say, it was my first time in Colombia, and I found the people and the energy and the culture and the environment enormously welcoming, energetic, vibrant, colorful, fantastic food, fantastic music, and all the different places we went to in Colombia were so resonant with authenticity, and they gave us so much in the storytelling. Obviously, Medellin, which I think is unique. Actually, I've never been to. Just topographically, I've never been to a city that is evolved in a valley like that. You know, in the bowl, to have the surrounding mountains and then this anchor of the city in the middle. And so much variety in the city itself. And then in Cartagena, we filmed for a week in Cartagena, and
Okay.
also in Hiradot. We were out in Hiradot, about 3 hours from Bogota,
Yeah.
in the jungle. It was extremely hot, and
You know,
as somebody with a Celtic complexion, it was hotter than my body is probably accustomed to. But it gave us all everything we needed, and our Colombian crew were exceptional, kind, accommodating, instructive. We have so many people to thank. It's Yeah, it was a big deal for us. It's amazing.
in John Le Carré's novels, places are protagonists in their own
Mm.
right. And the
Mm.
focus is not simply presenting as a place of bad guys, which is
Yeah,
something conserved for us, given the
yeah,
story that Colombia carries. But
of
I
course,
felt that here Colombia becomes a living setting that is fully integrated into the story. I would like to know
absolutely.
if you took all of that into account when choosing Colombia as a character by itself. And I ask you this because also in your role as a producer.
Of course, and we were very, very careful and attentive in approaching the subject matter in Colombia. We wanted to be true to the nation's history, to the stories of the people. You know that there is no nation has one story. There are many stories, and Georgie Banks Davis, our director, talked a lot to a Colombian filmmaker, David Farr, our screenwriter, traveled to Colombia to try to understand the country's history. And even some of our actors, our principal actors, were Colombian, and it meant a great deal to them that we were trying to understand in fine detail the kind of context we were in for our story. There's a wonderful line, actually. It's an exchange in the last episode between Jonathan Pine and the private investigator, played by Diego Santos. Martin is his name.
Yeah.
And we're sort of separating for a moment, and I'm going one way and he's going another. And I say to him, we made this up together, actually, on the day. It wasn't scripted. I said, "Thank you for helping me." And Diego said, "Thank you for caring about our country." And it was very moving. It was a very moving moment between us, because it was like Diego, in a way, was saying, like, "Thank you for making the effort to try to understand." And I think, by the way, trying to understand each other is how we make this world a better place. Is listening to each other and understanding each other and connecting through our stories. I genuinely think that's how we live in a better world. So
Tom, I don't have more time, but I want to only you tell me briefly what is what like for you to return to this series 10 years later, because it's not usual that this happen in a series.
Yeah. Briefly, a great privilege. I love this character. Jonathan Pine is a genuinely great, complex character who contains multitudes. On the surface, he's calm, elegant, immaculate, and charming. And on the inside, his soul is on fire with moral courage and passion and turbulence. And he believes in the goodness of people. But he's a night manager. He's somebody who manages the darkness in the world. And 10 years later, the world is, I think, a more uncertain place. And to keep fighting for that, to keep fighting for the good, to be brave enough. It's been an enormous privilege to come back. It's a character like this is a very rare gift for an actor, and I try to make good on that gift, on that opportunity, in every way I can.
Muchísimas gracias. I will hope that the people in Latin America and especially in Colombia enjoy the second season of The Night Manager. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I hope my Spanish is adequate. Okay.
I have to say that it's very good Spanish.
Thank you. I took pains over that.
Bye.
Muchas gracias.